kurepa ne se osi oh that lumba no na me ware no kwajofosu na ware ante akosia kwajofosu budi wanka bi eti ante akosia no kure no kwajofosu mene kwaje bosia ema no be ho 100 kwajo na bosia no woje na no tuai budi kwajofosu no kure ne yente so otua yo so wantua odobro ni so se na lumba no kura no mihia no na wohwehwan na jonku ni na jonku nyina atutu ana me fa super good so ye na me dini si ho na me hwa no wa kwajo na sa na net budi etika asam no woni funu asam na eka de edikan de toso ye fa yonko ye nyina ye nya ne mom ye fa yonko se de be ya won pa wade jaso etika wo ye papa wa na se wonu ya ne dad lumba mpani ampa na odo no a enam dad lumba so na anim akoso se wa nam dad lumba so na anim odobroni eti penifo se besepa ne ko nyina haban ye tase ne banyansa wo tika asem na be ye no ye kwadwofo so wonye ewiase nyina kwadwo nye bonsam pa no a na nso wo fa wa amfo se de be ye a wo kina wo kata na de jaso eti ati ko se wa ware no no ko ye hia wo papa shi no aba be ka kire papa wa no ye ba lumba no abie ne no ka ne nyumu amiete even the last statement fa na yira kosu asewa ho ono ahwe ebuo ni odo na se me yira kosu asewa onye sada one mere yo na nso obu ne yire no etika wo nua no busa ho kwashin se kojo fosu dia no akofa abai kojo fosu ware anti akosu asewa menim pefe so so one odo bronia atena emfie bebra wo man nso amaba ko awu etinkola ni nyina ma no mo etika we no besepa ni ko nyina haban ese de ye ware no de ya ware no unua no na akofa aba tubun kotodwe no apante akosu besere wate acho wate besere wat na kwadwo hu akwadwo wanye bonsa bia nche no so watena wo mfia duasa man se de sie no ense hwe wate na ye de wasem ne ye ka de mramu no kovi ye obibi a friend nemo that quad non habit. You cannot give what you don't have. Eti anti akosu aye dad lumba edanya ye see ne tantra de wo Germany de wo aye Islego babia no anti akosu wo mu chefa eti emra ne ma kwan se obetimi di ni nyina mo doburuni ti anti akosu amesira onya abotu wati ni ensi akoyi bonsa we no onko na we wa fro doburu no do mesira wa ni die bia sefata anti akosu amunya din ni anya ne sa why paucho why no ni se wuye nua ebise wonua no na akofa ni mienu nyina aba ayo ya ne manu wo doburu ni ho nti wi abetimi no mafa se wo mane wo mu ana bisam papa ho awan besepa ne ko nyina haban na no na wo ba no wo bo adwaman kuvi emra no so wo ba ne bo adwaman ye kuno Yesu Kristo ya semni din wo si ni trase wo hyase so wo tworo wo di nyanse to de emra na ka ho stop it because the one you bone that want to boy nyasa wo ba ne nam so mo be Mary Magdalene on one it is a wunua na obi na asem se ya ba ye katana deja so ye katana deja na deja so exactly oh in the name of me fight for the kure na ye nya abusuapani de nkasa bi hu di abusuapani a enya politics no waka say win or lose abusuapani no wo de nioma for the sake of unity of the family and coherence inti and the matter ya die na bi ya busuapani bi enya no emma ba bi a ye numba ye abusuapani ni so wo launch to park movement na ko na busua betra TV so wo finisim wo yinisim na de numba busuapani o kame hunu yenka busuapani de esi akire no ano media ne ba monko wate na we fisem ye behwe ni nyina ka na busuapani no afro akosia mase asokonofo ye benkonofo mese wate enwu na ni mu ase enya koto nsem bi ameka na de e de bi amede ama ho abusuapani no nyansa na sa no kasa na mo tibia gu papa ye ni mu ase sei oyi de na fighting for no kure exactly na se ni nua ba ne wo akosua brempoma na lumba na se ne mo madia ade a wa unua bema no nyame twedi ampo bebusa wo
fire
tieni
fire
besi ade a wo akosu abrempo ma ade wa ye no nyame twedi ampo ebebusa
sa pepe
you know asam na rewo ho
Oyini.
na yetimi atena ho yes all in the name of fighting for no crew egu papa ye ni mu asete ne so bonsam ebi ma wi aseda
Wow.
That's the whole fire. The whole trio. Ni enya odobro ni won say wodolumba eboroso. Ya hot. Wadi nkunim nti. Oti fefie na ami ya de yi champagne so. Ya de champagne go so for de be.
Fine.
Ya de champagne go so for e de be ya. Ni enya akosi anu no so abetina Team Legal wife for me don't want to hey my me ni hwe ka kire mo wade monyere mo ho monyere mo ho wade Team Legal for monyere mo ho odobro ni monyere mo ho eja ni nti mo nse papa ni din na akosi ya me hu se ayi enam se ne ma ne se omummuwa no woni bi eja amani muwa wo because unu nya asem a emfa wo ma ho se na lumba wo problem a emfa wo ma ne ho the mistake that you make mo ye ne se mo ne be ma nya asem a automatically mo pese mo ne frankola ni nyina adai enti nkola ni be busa question se enti ye papa no lumba anta ko so wanti yamfu ani anto se ye din ba se enti asem go be kurakura enti na woni ko fu no emo me na kola no mo ma me wo ye ni papa adamfo bonni enti na koto enyetri
Fire.
nkomodie hunu na wanya futu papa enti bro ni no so wanya futu papa enti my ade ya metwe dia mpo nhira mu nyina no wafa ya poku wafa se nyansani wafa se ni petitre se yewu ni yaso wafa ya poku free court na wo him handkerchief hallelujah hallelujah for dear bayi mo my no ya da mo se my ade ni pa de 20 years I built something for himself that the my ade no awoni no kind ni kama ne kwese lumba ne kwa oye kwasiampeni che wiase ni panyina da na se obi ye kwasiampeni no otise lumba de ne mepese me ye kwasiampeni
Stop.
na lumba no ba e wode ne nsa aye adwumada hey take something years and I do the show mu so de tworo nyom na release back hit ayasem gedwa ya ka ya se mano chezi yetimi ka ma go se mano ni hodi anka lumba no kwahwe ba bia anse no ya wa bot krawate medisi no na ne be ma ni ye bibi na mo boa ne ma ni ye bibi a aya mo kasa ma ne koye se asa mono amabua obi we helped him to build it okay so mono amabua no ma ne build ye no mo se mo de mo ya ade na the building kasa do ye kwase ampani ani nti akodo busu amaya de ya de mase ya me de ampo nhira mo de moye ya me kraya but moya de me se me nhira ma mo wate mo for mo
fire
now on the issue of Ubake niga gamanche we very quick one zero Sanyina nkrani yenya yete yebesua yepepa so obviously o culture na it shouldn't go extinct. Bruni kasa or language is a soft power. It is a soft power. You cannot use hard military approach, abrasive approach to be able to let people like your language.
Precisely.
It is a gamanche mirror. So why do you say nkran eyira? Kachira menu anu mon kran force. Enya wo mu ni mu asante fo kun ye na ba mi ehunu nkran kasa. Na no gamanche mba besra wo. Wo ye ohwe manim din na ase ka de koko sua nkran nyasa. Koko sua nkran na ochina wo beba ha na ani aba be din komo bi. Enkomo ani me di ye ni. ampa said your oba Jamie me free one am koye mental o maka eliaka mental o maka ebuaka kan sisi amatwa me sure ediatia because said you only make kan ho asem na ye makono it is a mo pese mo hu se be preduase o obi be sua na onsua and one say obeda san to my money mai be yankranfo mai bi nware and I am back because it was a source of merchandise.
Exactly.
As I because and will be a radio station won't cry. Clearly, there are ways and means I'll be to media media promote or language. Yatina krom ha mati me jama monkra anyumtufo nyina kare ewu adani best na mo jata bi yole me kan ba me tiase ba me to there's some in the oliake enamo kofito o bosusu me de ba me tiase because it's a soft power etiniga wadaruma eba en mankabi language is soft abrasive approach na money ye and munye akwa ba mfiri ho ye yi akwa ba free ho na nkrofo asase ya kan gran na de be ya and again nigga I'm respectfully mesero se mo ko en mo welcome wo hobroni de mo buamfu mo nua no mo tie kire ha ya kwa aba na ebo ho na mo adwa we are sad there. People will shun away from Adia na person. You know, Mr. Was I am willing to help. Now, so we must not be abrasive with our approach. Soft power. Why? Because why? If you are into life, you call reality in specific issues. Now, Papa into before that, you know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Bobby, Jeda.
Fine.
Okay. Yep. Papa, your friend of Sam George, Sam Jata, if I were Jata or your okra. Now you are appointed Minister of Communication, the State of the Nation address. First person I address the issue. Yes, Sam Jata. So okra said you Sam George.
Okra George.
Now you are appointed as a Minister of Communication. For 8 months, Ovi, and some the private company and the boy ni would D 6 months to 8 months. One time price so, yante so, price so. Menoka says Sam George so buy and they are appointing to get into 1 year. A dear na why? In any case. Sam George is what he says Ghana is a free market economy and a free market economy. It is driven by demand and supply. It may a private company and a friend DSTV and a DSTV no me price BGC. Your course you if you where demand is higher than supply, then automatically prices will go up. Minister of State. Now, say when we say there is a monopoly be somewhere, DSTV is enjoying monopoly. Instead of you to say a market competition, you are there thinking of price setting. What is price setting? You don't even understand your job.
Precise.
Constitutional mandate. You do not even understand it. Your as a young minister, you do not even understand it.
Exactly.
The private pay TV service. Oba bedru aya America. Omu wo Hulu. Omu wo Netflix. Omu wo Amazon. Omu wo dem. O subscribe to we na say nya oda. Omu board ya. O ko the next one. HBO ni ade na ko the next one. It is where you make it. That's waba. What's your policy formulator? Question. What do? You create a policy and the market competition.
Precise.
To strengthen the regulation, the existing regulations, and the market competition, beba. who expand the market access, who build the tabulator. Me who ye na kwa Africa Kofi Osei, me say Kofi Osei wadamfo. Kofi bra. Me who say DSTV for aje na kwa GTV. Ye who say mu ye ABC and D. Eti mumbra. Na ye mie mu mama na mu ni ye DSTV compete. Ye minister no adane machoism. Machoism. Private institution to be. So be a private institution. One minister now got chance was in front of Bonnie.
Fire.
The policy framework ben a one minister no or the two aquemo. Say bet me a break is the monopoly no. I really wait a why is the policy paper? Why is the regulatory framework? Why is the regulatory so be attracting alternative people? And DSTV one matches all over the world. In the America, but this is not going into the minds, not concert, drama. Concert, drama, theatrics. Shifting the attention of the people from the real issue. Sam George. Yente Sam George.
The Home Minister.
Yente Sam George.
More fire.
You currently pay 59 Ghana cedis. When you pay 59 Ghana cedis, you get upgraded automatically to Access, which is valued at 99 Ghana cedis, and you get 35 more channels. This represents a 40% savings if you were to pay for the Access yourself. Second bouquet, Access, currently going at 99 Ghana cedi. If you retain your Access bouquet at 99 Ghana cedi, MultiChoice will bump you up to the family bouquet, which is currently priced at 190 Ghana cedis. You get 19 more channels, which means that if you were to stay on Access and get bumped up, for the value you get, you make a savings of 48%. If you're on the family package, which is currently valued at 190 Ghana cedis, DSTV will automatically bump you up to Compact, which ordinarily goes for 380 Ghana cedis. You get 22 more channels and actually get access
such a shameful behavior and character. Minister of State and then they want to for a private individual, but Minister of State, and there were no other than a PRO. I announce prices over a year and a month for the okay. So after 3 months, prices, what next? Policy that when they buy, a day. Now, in any case, DSTV, could be a necessity and luxury. Me who you and a minister there. You don't buy Ben. You will say in such a way, say, dear, a necessity. No. Now, me tell you, minister, who told the idea only DSTV for Antoquano, State of the Nation address, FM home. Wow, 8 months, Edge Yebre. Sam George, 8 months, Edge Yebre.
Oh, sorry.
The simple question we are asking Sam George is, or buy for the past 8 months, and then why ye?
More fire. More fire.
Yen first will be
more fire on him.
Nah, yen share and yeah.
A Compact Plus customer like you, 570 tomorrow. If you want to watch your Compact Plus, you save 190 Ghana cedi tomorrow by paying 380 and still watching your Compact Plus.
Well,
this cannot be said to be the same.
Based on what you said yesterday,
yes.
Tomorrow, in my case,
yes,
I still will pay 570
because you want to pay 570 and watch premium.
Price reduction. I still will pay 570.
No. What do you want to watch? Do you want to watch your Compact Plus or premium?
I want my Compact Plus.
Then you don't need to pay 570. You need to pay 380. You need to drop and save yourself 190. You save yourself 190 Ghana cedi, pay 380, and you will still watch Compact Plus.
Compact Plus is still 570. Is it not?
The content is worth 570.
Compact Plus.
Compact Plus
It's still
The
570.
content is worth 570.
Compact
it's
Plus.
being offered to you at 380.
Compact Plus is still 570.
The arrogance with which until machoism be Charlie. He has no clue what it means to say a minister.
Never.
The beyond na Sanja here so he has no clue what it takes to be a minister. Minister, the only minister we want to say. Untrafitri, untratew.
There be one number.
One number. We have some George and tour. Now, young state of the nation. 24-hour economy, no. I had day. 24-hour economy, no. I had day. Yeah, 24-hour economy. Yet, Chroma say na 24-hour economy. Yeah, but I'm catching them say, "What money policy in Libya? Framework Libya ni o."
Dabi.
Nemo mo na man for ni pipi na okay, how to win elections. Akwentu zero. Etworo koma ani nua mako zero. E wo Rome. Time wana mako zero. Epe tumi. E wo Rome. Abe yo mo emperor. Okachire say promise the people so hard. Because people get disappointed when you don't promise them than when you are not able to deliver the promise. Will you be ready? How about we are speaking to issues and educating you. Marcus Zero, Ninia Quintus Zero, Chro, Krata, command, the time I know up emperor of Rome. No, catch say. One of the things you must do is that you should promise the people so hard because people get disappointed when you don't promise them than when you are not able to deliver the promise. It's in a 24-hour economy. 1 year down the lane, what is the state of 24-hour economy?
No fire.
This is a 24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. 1, 3, 3. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Obiabe Didi. Ezu. Extraordinary problems require extraordinary solutions for extraordinary results. And so businesses and public organizations will be encouraged to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. This will boost production, it will increase employment and provide well-paying jobs. It will transform Ghana into an import substitution and export-led country. It will increase employment opportunities and revenue, and it will enhance access to public services. We will focus on some selected public institutions that have huge customer traffic. For instance, the ports and harbors should be open 24/7. That means we have to employ more workers at the port. We have to employ more customs officers, more GAPOHA workers, more forklift operators and all that. We need customs. Customs should work 24/7. 3 shifts.
Mr. President, 1 year on, Akufo-Addo buy in the first year, 2017. The first year now, and we're launching the flagship program, Free SHS.
Precisely.
1 year down the lane, which sectors are operating the 24-hour economy? What are the measurable outcomes as it stands now? Mr. President, we want to know. Why is it 24-hour economy? Oba, your nurses for for current me job 1 year. What is the status of job creation under the 24-hour economy? Sameja fi ewo he 24-hour economy no. Ewo he fa. What is the status? What percentage our policy way say a major employment engine? How many jobs have been created? Which industries have adopted the 3 shift? 1 job, 3 shift, 3 jobs. He clock on the way. Data 133 go be. Data 24-hour economy away. Man for the NTSC. Data 24-hour economy citizens in the pursue na 1 year at a concert. Man for the NTSC say. When you the boxing, the Mamfa near the Shatawali na lumba die ba ya boa lumba die sa 3 months ya ankare na concert nko salary arrears of nurses, doctors, teachers kuramuntimintua and now me yasa agoya kutubunku ya otega ateyi wasi yetua teachers ka several months of see yentua omukaro yetua omukenti yemo yensem aban no. It's crazy to say aban yend Edigovi clearly a frakadam 24-hour economy no the state of the nation you know actually say 24-hour economy be anyhow. Yeah, same ayi gold board so eka
would love to do that. But if you are not holding quantity, and that is where John Mahama's 24-hour economy comes in as a deliberate government intervention to encourage that person and make it easy for him. And yet it was no. You think Kenya boso. Yeah, the idea be by friend of time of use tariff. And mra will be use Kenya and a better boa will be tria. It will use soon Kenya no. And mra di pado will use soon Kenya and your friend.
Sameja mfi nkwane said usika in Kenya.
In Kenya.
In Kenya. So in Kenya no ewa here time of use tariff for said no. Away.
Active.
Sameja mfi away. How many companies na sisi at the time of use tariff for said in Kenya no? How many companies? Frakadam. And the people are not interested in these particular things. They are distracted. A lot of things distract them. The state of the economy, the 24-hour economy, Wadaruma, Ghana was told, Ghanaians were told we should expect major economic shift 1 year down the lane. 24-hour and coming in. President
John Dramani, please, we are on our knees. Some of us work for the party. Look, these are our party cards. This is my party card. This is my paying card. This is where I pay my dues. Look at this one. Look at this one. You see, so it is not politically motivated. This is my party constitution. It is not behind this MPP. Please, the youth have worked and must be paid. Teachers must be given clearance. Those who are in the house, they should be given clearance to work. You see, Ghana, we don't respect teachers. It is teachers who make every profession. So now, why are you making it look as if we should regret why we chose this profession? All of us cannot be at the presidency. All of us cannot be at the ministries. All of us cannot be doing any other work. Some must definitely teach. And so if you have chosen this profession, and this is how Ghana is treating us, if you don't get teachers to work, if you don't get teachers to teach our words, what will the country, how will the country be? How will it be?
If you don't get teachers to teach our words, kope baby for fraud. Now buying what other 24-hour economy. So the state of the state of the nation address here koso. Yamani me bre nya ye bochiri. Gobi ati koma sei. Ana omode ayiba ye Ora. Ora.
6 cases that we have reviewed in detail. If we are successful in recoveries, we can retrieve as much as 20.49 billion United States dollars. 20.49 billion United States dollars. 36 cases, and that's from National Cathedral, PDS, MS, SML. You have the GMPC Salt Pond decommissioning.
Okujato, 21 billion away.
Man. Really?
21 billion. 1 year down the lane. Ora me pamucho madaroma 21 billion ewahi.
More.
Major campaign promise some be retrieve corruption. They say Attorney General, and no media general, and a media general. They say medium no baba ya be a court at all. Attorney General's uncle court. Hey, ya ba media ni mo baba. Na Attorney General no. They say mo man nko media general for headquarters. Cause me nim the oil. Now the idea I make because of the respect I have for the deputy. Justice Remsai. Now so Nadia, you better to you better bound for no attack. The government will say, what is the commitment of Ora? And dear now, but what you do says he can't what you saying. Court on sense.
Fire.
Yenti Okujato, Yanko Suntino.
And we decided that in this open session we will not go into greater detail. There's a great deal of resources belonging to the taxpayers that can be retrieved. Then we've also done an estimate of the state capture the lands. If we successfully ask people to pay conservative market value for the lands they have looted, again, the experts are telling us that we can recover about 702.8 million United States dollars. For the Ghanaian people. That's if we just ask
708 million. Say na motimiaje. Say motimiaje. Mo kachire Ora yede ayi akwaya wakasa lawyer yakase your friend say ayi Martin Pebu. Ora we go after them. Ora akwaya day. 1 year down the lane, state of the nation. What is the true state of Ora Ewahi? What have they been able to achieve?
Ask them.
Ora, no. What is the true state of Ora Ewahi? Yebejanis, true state of the nation address. We will keep on advising. For me, Yebema mo hunu di ekoso. Dede ni adini nyina nkahwe. Afini concert ne president mama waje fans ni we are humble but okay we are humble nyina na concert no kata the real issues so I am not part of it. You mo actually ni call the true state of the nation. True state of the nation.
Those who were paying 42,000 cedis, 120,000 cedis, 160,000 cedis to pay the fair market value. Those are lands that $500,000, $600,000, you will even struggle to get cantonments land at that figure. So very conservative estimates. We take the view that if people are asked to pay the real market value, this is how much we can retrieve. So in all, just a summary, the 36 cases, the high amount cases that we put together, and then the land loot, potentially we can raise about 21.19 billion United States dollars. And that is far more than what we have been chasing the IMF for. We have also saved large portions of the agric mechanization lands at cantonment. Those of you who are conversant with that land opposite the Elwak Sports Stadium, all of it had been allocated. The documentation we have is that all of that land has been sold. And the sad part is that you see from the report, some people, prime cantonments land, paid as low as 42,000 cedis.
yeah.
42,000 cedis for a plot of land. Some 160,000 cedis. And these are government officials, MPs, ministers of state. So,
Gobi, General.
Oyene.
Urana
Oyene. Bisan oyene.
Me of a campo, me of a menya me ho se wo frɛ na me wi a me frɛ. Why? Me frɛ ni edima me akoso se wa onkomo. Why? Ni ade nyira. Gofi oyi.
Oyene.
Na ye free ora ne ho no a. Yeti kromo asei. Ana antie bi e frɛ ni Jakwa. Ɛnyɛ ne nkurɔfoɔ hyehyɛ kambu. I'm so I'm gold bi.
The national security has made a massive bust, seizing a large unspecified amount of US dollars and Ghana cedis, including other counterfeits, hidden in 12 20-footer shipping containers. The containers were tracked to a warehouse at Sapiman in Ega West municipality, where a special operation was conducted after a tip-off. The cleverly concealed currencies, mostly bundles of US dollars, was found in wooden boxes filled with cement. Other boxes opened in the warehouse during the operation revealed extra currencies stashed in boxes that are barricaded with plywood and concealed with charcoal. According to the national security operatives involved in the operation, 2 containers
the state of the nation, Jakwa. Gold Gold na muko any sika dollars na muko ewo he. We want to know the truth of the nation. It's a muko nya gold. Na ebesi na ya hunu ba bi e fire dia. And it means more as gold than the dollars no. Because the people must know. The people must know. For several months, 1 year down the lane, the question is louder. That needs answers. Where is the gold? Where is gold ball? Gold ball fire. What you claim to say, Masamija and Fiba Kachira, you say? Watch it, oh, my because of course, I'm just Fiasam. So, my uncle, where's so ECG? Jinapo, Sabu Jinapo, Sawayo, Kachira, you say, Sayira. Over 2,000 something. And you got to even a state of the nations are containers when away. What is this? You will say question. What is the status of a year container away? Them. It's Mount Fon and Tinio Manwasi. Why the state of the nation addressing the neighbor? And go be any way for. Yet he has said Gold Board may be making losses. So Gold Board may can want some kind of and it is coming out. Gold Board is making losses. Now your information fire. Oh, you want fire. Gold Board is making losses. The true state of the nation. Everyone messing ECG containers in the 2,637 and were here for expose them. Omon kana kure. Na mamfo na yesi. Na se yira ya yesi yenhu ye ewo he. Ne dollar ye kwachi no opoku ase ne ewo he. State of the nation. Obi awia na fire. Ye busasa akọ. Obi awia. Fire. Yes, anka you.
Meanwhile, a manhunt is underway for 4 suspects, including a ringleader known only as Alaji. The warehouse yielded Even more shocking discoveries, including boxes of metals suspected to be gold bars, counterfeit notes in 50 and 100 cedis denominations, and fake Ghana Army uniforms and boots.
It is state of the nation, you know. Ogako, baby, I have a do no. A tro near the boomai.
Sir?
You never me a home. You're sorry for your some John, you are oral, the state, national security, new gold board, and some a tro mudi boomai. Now, fee, your 24-hour economy. My main comment two major topics very important topic. Attorney General, the press conference, why Oforiatta. People say you are not an honest person to the people when it comes to this very matter.
Never.
Attorney General Eba Bekan say me, Secretary Oforiatta, and high lawyers for CM fighting man. You say Attorney General no question. Second of Oforiatta fight high lawyers in the bay.
Pisano.
Or high lawyers in the Somonia day. Because a extradition beyond Statea can Oforiatta and to me high lawyers from Guayare.
Never.
It's a question you Attorney General. Attorney General. The Bena can Oforiatta a high lawyers no. Now also file a Ujina Okasai for several hours. When to me for one single evidence, I must say, still try your filing any. Your filing or federal district way. South federal district way your filing here, go be. Now still to know many. Judge in at so. When to me for BB fire. One for BB Sama. Young Kansas. It's a general question you and say, so far can Oforiatta. Over here. And Komobia Kosuahu. Mama Minika Cranchemo. Oh, fire. John Mahama campaign team say. I say, Yaba Tuabano. Then $20 million are Omunya free here. Munti make a ye. Munti a ye. Before question I mean Musa for Momo. Musa John Mahama by say the last $20 million are on the year in the campaign on your free here. Fire. You was a question. John Mahama, more here. You have a trouble. Not John Mahama was now or you're very fluid. Now opposition or almost can say graduate. Na a young one. Idea wamu yenina points to the fact say it looks like being pesek. Idea no yebe chicken Oforiatta name or the man for no adwene diagro and matching fire. Yankoni Attorney General. Attorney General.
Principle of reciprocity applies, okay, and I would have been very happy to hand over Abutrika as I have done, okay, and then get Oforiatta quickly in return, all right. But usually, the extradition proceedings take place in a court of competent jurisdiction. Okay. Hold on. Abutrika as I have done.
Hold on. Attorney General, Jinaso na yemusa question. Kovi. Mama general question. Or say, or you see what they say. Usually, the extradition process is not started in a competent court of federal jurisdiction. Oba meremu agovi. Ubisa lawyer nebia say what is the most principal law here pass obi huna. And they say, say what you am running in area now would name jurisdiction of the court or what you go kwa. It says over file case. That case in uni madia maniko sisay. What bene maniko sisay. Now on they call the wrong court or the ayaya nyina no. Brunisi or say enkase. Okasan was extradition process. It starts at the competent court of the federal jurisdiction. TNU. Meanwhile, federal jurisdiction, Chrono. One fat hand. One Tibian can't say, Ubedu United States here. Federal District Court a year United States here, a year 92. Uko do New York, for instance. Federal District Court in 3 New York. Your forum and venue selection. My file case. You cannot fight an extradition that does not exist. If it's an American from Extradition Act of 1960, Section 7, the ECA, United States, was file a federal question, file anyway. Now,
to take a moment to announce that I have formally transmitted the request for the extradition quickly in return. All right. But usually, the extradition proceedings take place in a court of competent jurisdiction. In our case, that is the district court. All right. In the U.S., it will also be the federal district court. Now, mind you, the person who is the subject matter of extradition will fight it in court. Okay, so the American authorities won't just take my request and say, here you are, here is Ken Ofori-Atta, and then here is, his other accomplished, and you take them, and then they can face trial. It will have to go through court proceedings in the U.S., all right? And I just got to know, that he has hired some of the top, yesterday I got to know that he has hired some of the top lawyers in the United States of America, very experienced lawyers to, defend him. Now, I'm not afraid at all, all right? I am not afraid at all. But it means that there's going to be a fight in the federal courts in the U.S.
Attorney General, I am so sorry. You were a noble gentleman. Why are you deceiving the Ghanaian people? Ken Ofori-Atta has hired some top lawyers. So first of all, extradition process, to challenge an extradition, there must first be a formal request from Ghana. Later, the timelines and data or the extradition procedure, you can clearly tell us that Ken Ofori-Atta and lawyers now. And Ken Ofori-Atta can appeal to the circuit court. So go for almost state court and more federal court. Or more your friend is federal district court, circuit court, and some for United States Supreme Court. Now go for extradition. The federal district court or magistrate now so they all you have to say. Will issue extradition certificate TNU by every extradition a year section 1. I say a requisition for a surrender of a fugitive criminal of any country who is suspected of being in Ghana shall be made by the minister by a diplomatic representative or consular office for that country. The minister by order signified to a district magistrate that the requisition has been made and require him to issue this warrant for apprehension. Now, sir, extradition process will be the same reciprocity. Reciprocity. Reciprocity, they say, said the towards extradition process. Sana US and so any delay. So Ghana Extradition Act of 1960, Section 7. Or says who extradite Obi aba be di bone. Who say a chene de ko the NCA di kan ye ne say. Nipa ni kromu ne diplomatic senka ye ni ukuje to ablakwa. Ebe file abasi Ghana for mo hwe nipa na mame. So US is almost the same. Extradition process is almost the same. Now, you already we say US for tie we now, Ubeduha 18 United States Code Section 3184 Or say, whenever there is a treaty or convention for extradition between United States and any other foreign government, any justice or judge of the United States or any magistrate authorized, the key word here is authorized. So you cannot just sit down and allow any judge at all, any magistrate at all, to sit on an extradition process. General Tienye. So Attorney General Baba Kachere say, ya file Kenoforiata high lawyers for na a lawyer for no more top class. They are fighting the extradition. It's a lie, palpable. Because first of all, you must tell us where Oforiata is. Because you can't just wake up and come and serve a extradition process anywhere. It must be at the right federal district court. Federal district court, you know, so baby, nipa na no otie. Eti Attorney General for address na wonimu no ofambre. Eti Attorney General do Oforiata address ne breya. Ni ahunu so Oforiata to California, Oforiata to New York, Oforiata to New Jersey. It is our federal district court in the New Jersey no. And one year file federal na memi nko yi sa court nemra ne nyina ye ready. So no suit. Oh my, so the idea that somebody is fighting extradition is not true. You ready? Section 18. You ready? Or say, may upon complaint made under oath issue warrant for the apprehension. Social media. Mona Montia, no problem. Attorney General is lying to the people. If said no U.S. court is hearing any extradition case, maybe extradition case in Omoyen, Ewahi. Attorney General, why are you lying to the people? Federal District Court to obey and our file extradition process against Ken Oforiata, because you can't just wake up and file extradition process anywhere at all. So why is it? Now, Attorney General.
Former Finance Minister Ken Oforiata and his chef de cabinet, Mr. Ernest Darko Akori. You will recall that the Office of the Special Prosecutor investigated acts of corruption and corruption-related offenses by the former Finance Minister and his accomplices and proceeded to file charges in the High Court of Justice against them. On November 19th, 2025, that is this year, my office received a formal request from the Office of the Special Prosecutor to initiate extradition proceedings for Kenneth Oforiata and Ernest Darko Akori from the United States of America. Following a preliminary review, our International Cooperation Unit observed that certain aspects of the request required clarification and enhancements to align with the applicable legal and procedural requirements. We communicated these observations to the Office of the Special Prosecutor via a letter dated 25th November 2025 and requested supplementary documentation to ensure completeness. On December 9th, 2025, the Office of the Special Prosecutor provided a requested additional documentation and addressed the
So by December 9th, and I am not say 22nd. So at what point in our filing extradition
that we raised, thereby finalizing the extradition request packages. Subsequently, on December 10th, 2025, my office transmitted the complete request to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for onward transmission to the competent authorities in the United States of America. That is, in this case, the Department of Justice of the United States.
So the Department of Justice of the United States, so clearly you understand that a Department of Justice of the United States, and eventually issue a arrest warrant. So how did you manage to tell the Ghanaian people, say, Ken Oforiata hire a lawyer for, so among fighting the extradition process, because you're ready, sir, you're ready. Now, I say if on such a hearing he deems fit, here we are talking about judge now, but national. He deems fit the evidence sufficient to sustain the charge under the provisions of the proper treaty or convention, he shall certify the same to the Secretary of State that a warrant may issue for the surrender of such a person. It's Attorney General, our lawyer him say a banner extradition and your final decision of a court. So if extradition is just issuance of certificate, how did you manage to say that it is appealable? Because per section 3184 of United States Code, no, extradition is appealable. The only time a decision is appealable at the court is when that decision is a final binding judgment of a court. In some instances, when him say even temporary restraining orders and injunctions and appealable at the court. How much more a certificate, magistrate, and a judge neighbor issue, and a wood try to Ghana for one say. Can Oforiata high top lawyers what they air fighting?
At this point, it is left to the American authorities, especially the judicial authorities, to make a determination on whether a sufficient basis exists for the two accused persons to be extradited to Ghana to stand trial. And because the matters have already been filed, and because they have been filed by the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Filed where? Which court? Which judge? When was the hearing done? Filed where? Extradition cannot be filed at any just U.S. district court. Yes, I mean, you should give the people credit them with some intelligence. It can oforiata address or tehe. Can oforiata address no or tehe. And I'm file a federal court. Now there is no appeal, no second hearing. If it says a judge, no, your magistrate court, no, when you determine say yes, extradite Abu Treka, it's a certificate to be released in the Nako. But we try to watch the man for and say, Ken Oforiata will be fighting, going to the circuit. When your market is some Ken Oforiata. And maybe some question said $20 million now, Modi campaign last minute and away. $20 million away. Na ya chief kanu woman chicken oforiata no enche ne chena why you see a chicken oforiata is a lie. It's a lie. Yan chicken oforiata ne enche ne chena. So why gonna you say you ready a year. Okay. Sorry. Yamra back to Ofancha Mr. Jai say Mr. X and Mr. Y afen no mo hwa nioma nim. O come Mr. X, Mr. Y so still I no one EPP and nioma was here too. Now yansha adewe. When him say ade Attorney General yen wa sheda and wo yesa be ya obese Ken Oforiata case no. And make sure the India. Because as part of a year treaty conventions between a year United States, you know, say o politicize adhere too much. A fugitive criminal shall not be surrendered if the offense in respect of which his surrender is requested is one of political character, or if it appears to the Court of National Liberation Council that the requisition of a surrender has in fact been made with a view to try or punish him for an offense of a political character. Tienyo. Eti ade Attorney General ya de bia no ode abegina media mu a or fight Ken Oforiata onim pefe se mra ne kase se ye kase obi mra for extradition process. Na say nipa ne politicize ade any too much. United States will not give that person to you. So say why are you lying to the people? I don't know which man for an intro. It's man for you they are some opium. Omo say ye media mu ne di asem. Menoka said there is no extradition anywhere. Say me wo ho a Wadaruma Attorney General yesrewa for extradition no court kura mo file no fa bra ne nyina enye. Why? Yen yina so it's a lie. No extradition. Bibia say anyhow. Attorney General ni twa motro. O twa motro. O twa motro pa.
Full of reciprocity applies. Okay, and I would have been very happy to hand over Abutrika as I have done. Okay, and then get Oforiata quickly in return.
Now then, Abutrika, the one fighting case, from Supreme Court, from District Court to Abutrika, or decided and I'm going to call yes, sir. Now, it's me fighting extradition process up to a year Supreme Court level. So I believe that Abutrika would. So, Attorney General no on Kano correct. Munyina mudia. Now, last minute, Yamfa last state of the nation Emra, here we are, so. Yati Kroma say, Emma Ura John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama said, Yatu Abama no 2016. In fact, who penipo ye lucky power we are here. John Mahama aye MP, Deputy Minister, Vice President, President. Ana the nimugu asia 2016. Oda ne hu no okobaye. Okobaye ne nyame ye na dom sa share munyam. And this president me hu no se enkrofo bi ahase Yentie Mahama Ayariga. MP na wontimi nkoni kurobo no. Yentie Mahama Ayariga. Now Mahama Ayariga ese enam adwuma papa adwo Mahama eboni nti. Ebetimi kura yemma jo Mahama nko tetem. Yentie.
But due to the very, very excellent performance so far of John Dramani Mahama, Ghanaians are asking him to seek a third term. I know that. I know that because I read on social media, I listen to conversations, and Ghanaians believe that as a result of the good deeds of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, they don't want him to leave the presidency.
They believe a third term is possible.
And they believe that a third term is possible. And they are demanding for a third term. But John Dramani Mahama has not given any indication that he wants to go for a third term. But I have always said that Ghanaians will be the ultimate deciders of the future of this country. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, why do I say that? Please pay attention. Why do I say that? Next doors in the Côte d'Ivoire, the opposition leaders came to me when I was in the ECOWAS Parliament and complained that the president there wanted to go for a third term. And they were calling on us in West Africa to support them to oppose and prevent the president from going for a third term. So I asked them, the president who is seeking for a third term, is he going to put a ballot box in front of the citizens and ask them to vote?
This useless conversation being had by Mahama Ayariga. Any serious jurisdiction, Mahama Ayariga would have resigned as the majority leader of our parliament. Now, Ghana Parliament, over the quality of people who stand on the floor of Parliament to debate, they lack even the intellectual firepower to be able to debate on the floor of Parliament. And unfortunately, it's the truth. The likes of Vito Usumu Jina floor of Parliament, President Kufuor Jina floor of Parliament, JH Mensa Jina floor of Parliament, no more make it debate. They are making coherent analysis of issues. Look at Mahama Ayariga. We, any serious country where majority leader of the party Any what the Constitution says. And this is not about politics. We are sipping you, metro, we don't history. But only say no, Mr. Constitutional Review Commission for the Abase. My MPs in ministers. There is historical antecedent to that. But only say Omodi Abase yen changing from 4 years to 5 years. There is historical antecedent to that. And I'm saying Ghana foreign city. And the same thing is Anna Kwame Nkrumah time. You see, yeah. Kwame Nkrumah Obaye 1948 riot. Kwame Nkrumah ye pamo no ye chene kotu mu na Nyankopon ye na dom said the Jomama ye go na nimu ase 2016 Nyankopon ye na dom etie ne sufre ana Kwame Nkrumah in 1951 or so ye the election sessions will be tie ye UGCC for then onya nkrofo me sha ase keka nkwase asem kire no Kwame you can do it Kwame the people love you Kwame go ahead na Kwame Nkrumah ye no yi Chief Justice Akukosa said the Jomama ba ye wono so yi Chief Justice Tokono Shim kwasesem sa na Kwame wakofa Preventive Detention Act we use parliament na ye de man no majority parliament na ye de man Kwame Nkrumah no na Kwame Nkrumah use the same majority parliament no masesa mra no Preventive Detention Act. Don't forget everything Kwame Nkrumah did was law, it was legal, but it weakened the institution. And one of Jomama ba ye omufu ele no yo ye Chief Justice no you know you have super majority. Kwame Nkrumah no super majority, super majority. It was 33 against 3 seats. So it was a super majority back in 1950. Say ya oni ani e ka to the na Kwame Nkrumah abe grade we say your mama won catch ro yi easy we Kwame Nkrumah do anyi issue oye no use parliament super majority ni e de man no and pass mra. They say Grandma declare one party state. Said the Nenkrofo a Jimifo a catcher say Constitution, you know, Sisan Ewa Bra, would your mama when you win him the SC. The Entiana coup d'etat as a coso. Emma Sa a year republic way etimia survive is the hope that people think they will get the chance to choose their government every 8 years. Now what you say, yes, it's a constitution, Messa could be you, and President Mama Pa, Obitimia could be you, na Said your mama against some many Ghana. A man who was sorry Pomo Kwame Nkrumah. Tell me a Pomo Kwame Nkrumah no. Na question Saki. One in a num a year. Hanover, or free Hanover, or China. Question Saki Janaho, Eba Ghana. Eba surrender to the coup makers. It in a pan bear one be you, what dear Momonada. Mama, Yalaga went to me Kunu Monada. Say, who bet me, go bet me, I say, Yana Kwame Nkrumah. Sana a champon budget to me, a champon jail to me in my mouth for the consider me or pay union government or them crop for catching a champon bet me ayo champ on one and crop for general kufu with the two no. Eti mama ama yaraganya the tilkoto said Jemuamwa. Now one nada. Say bet me ayo. The Ghanaian of yesteryears, the Ghanaian of 1966, the Ghanaian of 1972, the Ghanaian of 79, Ghana will way on a sotiasi. The entire Yejamo Mamudi Sansem, who know as politicians, is because of the hope said, a nipa we were trying to 8 years in your Obekwa Mubiaba. It's refreshing. I say Abaka say obey illegal. So be Mubiako. The Article 66(2, Yenredi Article 66(2. Kenye, or we imported nonsense into it. Say Article 66(2 say consecutive terms. This is the written or the actual text of Article 66(2). Article 66(2) is very clear. I say a person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. You need any consecutive. You need any caveat be 2 terms, full stop. The president limit is entrenched. It will be until me mama can't say. Ana constitution say 2 consecutive terms and thereby the far he go say your mama me say microphone nada so you say Ghana for a kawata what the mama nada oba afufro na omo obaje so John you think you are doing what you are not doing anything. The people just don't understand. Na mama yaga oh ya man tete said Sabian when we are our constitution we are surviving for the past 33 years is because of the hope of the people changing their government every 8 years. and a constitution is supreme than you, John Dramani Mahama. Even if you decide to amend the constitution, you know, which there is a process because the constitution under Article 290, that chapter 8 is an entrenched provision. So there are processes, a entrenched amendment. Even if the people decide to amend the constitution, you know, which many say Emmaso. You read Article 291 says this article applies to amendment of the following provisions of this constitution, which are in this constitution referred to as entrenched provisions. As a chapter 8, the whole of chapter 8. So chapter 8, you know, by amendia, we hear say we go through Council of State, we hear say we gazette. Na ye hwede obenya tumi so this ansem no. Memo papa ben na jomama ni bu a ye hunu bi da concert ne theatrics no enti ye versus constitution amenako. Tie nyansa. Mr. President, tie now you read Article 1 to was a constitution shall be the supreme law of Ghana. And any other law found to be inconsistent, no judicial interpretation shall save you. Now, you better find any means possible. Any means possible. And you defend it. Because Constitution under Article 3.4, you read what Article 3.4 says. All persons of Ghana shall have the right and duty at all times to defend this Constitution. And in particular, to resist any group of persons, any person or group of persons seeking to commit any of the acts referred to in clause 3. To hear why Ghana say about abrogated constitution, you know Ghana for your cowards, sir. Obviously, the laws were made for men. No problem. Said the laws were made for men. No, yes, some kwasi asem so. You benya bodamini ya ochina wono so beba. Also, Adiana cries, yen free 2 terms and 3 terms in one. You better about after every 20 years. You think you are the only people who are power hungry. You people. Mr. President. So what you say you're more powerful, unim nyansa, ubi antiminyo ria. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana for. There were Jefa who diema Ghana for Pamono. Kwame Nkrumah, George Jefa who diema Ghana for Pamono. Okotina Guinea no kuwi. Etu de mo na da wa John betimi aye sesa constitution John betimi aye sesa mo na da o. Na me be chiro pictures bi. So now you're more powerful, you're more intelligent, you're more handsome than Kwame Nkrumah can bet you. Mr. President, be careful. To me ba ye nyankwasiafo emo mutwa amuhia. Na enye no omopo wasemu omope ade no a omudie because of utumi no tie be daada na joma ma betimi ayo John, go ahead, amend the constitution. Kubio. Mr. President, Kwame Nkrumah, the best president Ghana ever had. Onye, after you two, no Guinea. Oma no mo dada ne so wonya de wonye nyina no. Obi akura nkwa no. It is a president mama be koso aye de oye no a. Me ka wo se Kwame Nkrumah de tu ni nie. Mr. President, they are two Kwame Nkrumah nie. It's obe koso aye de wo ye no a. To aso saa. Mr. President, enipa dada na wo ye de wo ye no a de two Kwame Nkrumah enie. Kwame Nkrumah na oje fa ahodie ma manfo no a. Na manfo ni bonisi no. It drew when West come to chef. O yi say akoko said the obaye a chief justice ayenka ho hwe no. You are weakening the institutions. Go ahead and do it. But mention us a picture we so. One sergeant Omai, a friend Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor was a very powerful guy in Liberia. When power changed within a twinkle of an eye, this is Charles Taylor, a hunk of Guninsa. This is Charles Taylor, a hunk of Guninsa. It is a two-maker club by one Ghana for about 2 seconds. Mama Hama Yarigamo, Madanka Williams. And now they'll say you are above the law and you can change it and you go for dear bed. You will be shocked what you will be met with. Odia Momonada, Duasaremo, Kojo Duasaremo, Momonada. You'll be shocked what you'll be met with. And we shall defend this constitution with our blood. Some of us were not born to just become some lines or a page in somebody's history. We never was born to be like that. And we don't want anybody to give us an opportunity to write a whole chapter about us. You will face the fiercest resistance ever in the history of our republic. And I know Deputy Director of Operations at the presidency. Your friend is Mustafa Bandi. Or say MPP for the baby a boy. And yet me winnie. Mustafa MPP for baby boy. You know why? Because San and Nipa Adasan is subai here. Adasan subai say. See the 2 million mal Julius Caesar. Enipa na omone ne call go ekokontokwa Julius Caesar call go kontokwa. Say nipa na wo ba ye Brutus ne na sefo. Omo an de sekan wo no ewo eye Senate. In the middle of Senate. Alexander the Great at the age of 23 years, etime conquer from Macedonia all the way to eye Persia. Eje sa kingdom akese nyina. Ono an nkrofo ne poison no. It is a winning to me said yet here. Sit down there and start doing the things you are doing. Near the constitution, and it will change the constitution. Go and change the constitution. Julius Dabra was president in Libya. Pa. I see you don't get here. Pibia di pa. Or Moabe Boami de Seka war a Senate. Said the war Julius Caesar. Coincidentally, only Julius, but I could Julius Caesar, I could Julius Debra. It would dear Twasso. Nemi anya ojamama 24-hour economy onya yensu yamane tete ora etro onya yensu yamane tete dear Stephen Tokwa with Sam George onya yensu yamane tete. Go ahead and do that, and you will see. Say to me, Kwame Nkrumah on Kwesi Nsaki na ye the foreign affairs minister onene na call Hanover ye ku ni we ya no ja no no ba Ghana. It is a wonim said you 2 meet here. Tina honedi eti mo ye President Mahama 3rd term, President Mahama 4th term. Emma so china. Even if the Constitutional Review Commission for omo amendments na omo proposing omo ya, President Mahama came at the back on the back of this very constitution which gave him 2-term limit. So he can never become president again. Say yeah, amending one. It will not take a year retrospective effect. It will take a year effect from the next election. So whoever wins, never cost 5 years now. What President Mahama did, when we ting tong time. So ladies and gentlemen, the state of the nation is say, Japa. God no ko hunu ani kionati for aban ye hunu gold no ba wo state of the nation is a gold board sa meja mfi nkrofo na ochiche wo mo no besi na ye hunu state of the nation is a ECG for enioma wo muka sa ayira containers ya ante ho asembio state of the nation is attorney general second ofurata beba ne baba china 1 year ni odi attorney general no media mu court nso ya bie onko state of the nation is national security enioma omkochi ye bebre no ani ho Yatro Frakadam and Nada no Mudibu mine 24-hour economy away. And my baby catch it as a mope. Eti Madam Munyanamasi. This is the maiden edition. We did work at the chief reform answer. Now what we must understand is that clearly, a year your mama and me got tete. But we obia that also be got tete. My say lie. We did organize performance. I came to serve you guys. I am done. You remember your home break kakra because Christmas in a mood, you know. But I can promise you that starting after the Christmas, you know, there won't be any break. me buy in a schools and say I need to settle in properly. I have settled in and I know I can be working from here. Eti me da munyina mase and I know obi say America there oba na yes ya e kire say obebu me amete here ametimi ye show da bia system no banati e no kure pa system ni more than to the point say muhu obi anso da bia wo sore no obetina Monday to Monday be ye kwase ya ne aboa say nipa no ni dwuma bia de wo ye useless pa. If it's a system we would him, not there be a wish baby, Yakwasiani, Abuana, baby, nya, we are useless. But the Munina Masi, Yabishi Abu, Umabai. Era the years was this amazing, Abia. Now, what makes it not me?